This is CBC Here and Now.
Swift service. Canada Post grants this man's request after it airs on Here and Now.
Math mess up.
What is going on here?
City Hall snafu on voting numbers.
Prior to the day I found out, I was like pretty much every 22-year-old.
Jeff Eaton on his cancer diagnosis and his journey since that day.
First weekend of fall forecast features some sunshine, temperatures into the 20s, some rain, and yes, some snow. The details ahead.
Well, we start tonight with good news for one West Coast family as a result of a story we brought you on Wednesday.
That's right. Canada Post says it will move some unsightly mailboxes away from a family's home in Benoit's Cove.
Yes, David Joyce complained about these for years, but the Crown Corporation just kept adding mailboxes.
Now, with 4 of them in front of his house, he says his view is totally obstructed.
And with neighbors dropping by to get their mail, traffic gets snarled, resulting in accidents.
Yesterday, a Canada Post employee visited Joyce and told him the boxes will be moved to a new location this fall. As we pass the deadline for mailing St. John's election ballots, there are lingering concerns about voter turnout. CBC News has taken a closer look at the numbers and found it's not as bad as the city suggested earlier. Here and Now's Mark Quinn reports.
The numbers CBC was given on Tuesday suggested voter turnout has been very low. But the numbers we were given were deceiving. They compared apples to oranges. The city said 14% of ballots had been returned that day, compared to 44% at the same point in the 2013 election. It was saying 44% of eligible voters had already mailed in their ballots by this time last year. But no, that 44% is a percentage of people who voted that year, and as we know, not every eligible voter votes. So in fact, that 44% equals just 23% of all eligible voters in 2013. Yes, this is hurting my brain too. But here's the real breakdown. On Tuesday, 14% of eligible voters had mailed in their ballots. That's down from 23% in 2013. Lower, but not as bad as we were led to believe. And the mayor says the gap is closing.
Things have improved dramatically over the last 2 or 3 days.
Today, 35% of eligible voters have returned their ballots. Better, but still lower than the percentage of ballots that have been returned at this point in 2013. Voter turnout was low in 2013, and now it's still on track to be even lower this year.
You know, we have a real problem in this province of apathy when it comes to municipal elections.
However, you still have time to prove him wrong. Today is the deadline for mailing ballots through Canada Post. And don't forget, if you didn't mail it out, you can still drop it off here at this box in front of City Hall. And you can vote in person on September 26th, Tuesday. Mark Quinn, CBC News, St. John's.
Well, municipal elections all over the province are just days away, and the 2 men running for mayor in Brook are going at it. They have opposing views on the future of the West Coast city, and this morning they shared those views at a live event. Here and Now's Colleen Connors was there.
The Brook Morning Show took their live broadcast outside City Hall on this very brisk morning. You could feel the chill between the 2 mayoral candidates, Charles Pender and Jim Parsons. Pender is running on his years with city politics, while Parsons is pushing for big change.
I think I've reached out to the residents of Brook, the business community, organizations, groups, talk about my 4 years of experience at this current term plus past experience, my knowledge, my ability to get things done, to find funding for the projects that we need.
People around the city, they feel disconnected from City Hall. I think we're too small a community for City Hall to be disconnected. And the messages that come out of City Hall sometimes don't line up with what I'm hearing on the road.
This morning, they shared their opinions on eliminating the poll tax and improving athletic facilities. And the hot topic, is Brook business friendly? Pender feels the city is welcoming. Parsons says it can do better.
if some of these ideas are out there that it's easy to do business with City Hall, I would challenge that. Let's talk to the community. There's a real disconnect there.
It's always easy to criticize somebody who does something rather than look at, people who don't do anything. So, when you come out with a negative approach and criticize those who are working hard to better the community, people can judge that for themselves.
Candidates have a few more days to go door to door and collect votes. Whether it's a familiar face or a fresh approach, voters will decide Tuesday in the municipal election. Colleen Connors, CBC News, Corner Brook.
Well, it's only one day since stiffer drunk driving rules came into effect, and they're already making a difference. A 67-year-old man is now without his car for 30 days. That's as a result of Glovertown RCMP pulling him over on the Trans-Canada Highway yesterday. Police say the man's blood alcohol content was 3 times the legal limit when they pulled him over in Terra Nova National Park. The man's driver's license has also been suspended for 90 days.
Well, the issue of gender identity can be difficult for people to understand, but a new documentary tackles the topic head-on in a very intimate way. It's called Just Be Gemma. It airs tomorrow night on CBC, and the timing of it couldn't be better. That's because today in the province's Supreme Court, government announced it will amend legislation to allow people to change the gender designation on their birth certificate to female, male, or non-binary, meaning the person does not identify with either male or female. Now, the person who led the fight for that change is Gemma Hickey, who identifies as gender neutral. Hickey is also the focus of the documentary airing tomorrow night. Just Be Gemma was shot over a 2-year span when Hickey began transitioning. I spoke with Hickey and filmmaker Peter Walsh about the doc and today's win in court. Talk about timing. This was your fight. How are you feeling today?
Obviously, I am feeling fantastic today. Anybody who identifies as non-binary now can walk into Vital Statistics and apply and get their birth certificate to reflect their identity. And I'm very, very pleased by their response and their step forward today. It's a great day.
Well, let's talk about this documentary. It really looks at the most intimate parts of your life. Intimate emotionally, intimate physically. Can you take me through your decision to allow that?
Well, I work with a lot of at-risk youth, and I know that they're having a lot of struggles, particularly trans youth. They're vulnerable in so many different ways, and I know many of them out there identify as non-binary, and I felt that, I didn't want to be one of these people that stands up behind a microphone and doesn't put their words into actions. I really wanted to put myself out there for them. I feel a strong sense of social responsibility, and so that's why this film is so important, and that's why I'm being more vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. And Peter, for you, filming that vulnerability and tracking her for those 2 years, what was that like for you as a filmmaker?
It was a great opportunity, really. When Gemma asked me about possibly doing it, I spoke to my business partner that night, and we immediately had the same response, which is, this is a great story. It's a great story on so many levels. A human story, it's interesting to the general public, it's topical. Just today, it's in the news again. So this is, and we knew it would be a personal story. We knew Gemma was capable of hanging out there, frankly, of just sharing the story. There was a trust on both sides for it, and that was our goal, was that the purpose was go past the headlines. Gemma is somebody that people watching now have seen many, many times over decades, really. But this is not what you're going to see. It's very personal, access documentary. Even we had a private screening for friends and family earlier this week, and friends and family were telling me afterward that they were learning things about Gemma that they didn't know, and that even surprised me.
People love to put labels on things. What do you say to someone who wants to put a label on you and can't figure out what it is?
The label for me is Gemma. I don't fit into an either-or category. There's a lot of Canadians out there that don't as well, a lot of people all over the world. And, it's really important for people to kind of think outside of the box in that regard. We're moving that way as a society, and so that's why I'm really pushing for this. And that's why this film is so important. But also, the film is very relatable. On the one hand, it does focus on my gender transition, but it also focuses on me transitioning through life. And, on that level, we're all human, we all struggle, we all suffer loss, death. the end of a relationship. And we try every day to be better people and be our true selves. And so in that way, I think the film is very relatable. So I hope people enjoy it.
And Peter, what have you learned throughout this journey for you? Did you go into this with any preconceived notions? What did you take away from getting to know Gemma and telling her story?
We learned specific details about, technical terms and medical terms and the process and things that we didn't know about transgendering. But really, it is just like so many other issues in society that something is a little different about somebody, and all you need to do is accept that, not worry about it. It doesn't really affect you. These transgendered people are like anybody. The key word is people. They're just a person. And as I've said to Gemma toward the wrapping of the shoot, you're still the same Gemma I knew 2 years ago and even 15 years ago. Obviously, there's been change, but still the same person, and that's what is important here.
And Gemma, is that the kind of message you hope the viewers of your documentary get from this?
Well, I hope it moves people. And we change every day. We age and our bodies gain and lose weight, and and I meet people every day that change me. So I do hope that the film moves people on a number of levels. I think Peter did a fantastic job, and it was really important through his lens as a middle-aged, white, privileged, heterosexual male to shoot this and direct this film, because the wider audience is coming from a place of curiosity, just as he was behind the camera. So I think Nine Island did a great job, and I'm just very pleased with it all.
Gemma Hickey, Peter Walsh, thank you so much for speaking with me, and congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much.
Well, we are heading into the weekend, so let's bring Ryan in. And I want to know, Ryan, good barbecue weather? Should I go out and fill up the propane?
Barbecue weather, fishing weather, camping weather. It's all winding down, of course, as we roll into fall. But of course, your question, barbecue. Everybody should be able to at least break out the grill at some point this weekend. Certainly some rain rolling in to Labrador first through the overnight tonight and through tomorrow. We have to do watch for some shower chances moving into Newfoundland as we roll into tomorrow. From northwest to southeast. And this is the weather maker rolling across Hudson Bay right now, stretching down all the way to Lake Superior. And this is the system that's going to be climbing in to the province slowly but surely overnight tonight and in through tomorrow. Ahead of that system, it's been very quiet today. Some showers right now over the southwest corner of Labrador. Cartwright, in fact, recording a few rumbles of thunder earlier. Other than that, though, it again is pretty quiet out there. Look at the future tracker picking that little cluster up nicely. Everyone else, it's quiet. That first wave shoots out. Now watch your timeline here, 11 p.m. tomorrow, and there is that rain that's going to be pushing into Labrador. I should say that was 11 p.m. tonight. Now we're at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and those rains pushing in, not quite out to Cartwright, mainly cloudy there, but certainly Nain, and then back across to Labrador City, Happy Valley, Goose Bay. It's a very quiet and bright start on the island, but those rains will march in slowly but surely as we roll through the day tomorrow. And a quick look at those temperatures, if I can shoot back, maybe not. Maybe it's going to cooperate, maybe not. I do want to show you those temps. There we go. It's a beautiful picture as well, so we can wait. 10 degrees in St. John's, 9 along the south coast, just 2 in central Newfoundland as we roll in through tomorrow as well. And we are going to be in that 7 to 10 degree range across Labrador. We're going to talk about the winds. Of course, food fishery back on. We'll talk about that with your full weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
It's Friday night, beer o'clock, but instead of the usual 6-pack, why not sample more than 100 craft beers from around the world? And yes, some beers from this province's mighty microbreweries are here too. It's the craft beer attraction, and we'll crack it open for you after the break.
And we introduce you to a runner from this province who is way ahead of the pack this year.
Welcome back, everyone. Everywhere you go, it seems people can't get enough of craft beer these days. And now you can taste more than 100 of the world's best brews in one place.
Yes, including a few from this province's fast-growing beer scene. Craft Beer Attraction is opening its doors to the public any minute now. And Zach Gowdy is already there, so he's joining us now live. So, Zach, what looks good down there?
Only everything. There's just so many beers here, guys, to see and taste and talk about. And for that, we're joined by Mike Bueller. You might know him as the Beer Thief, which is now the NL Artisanal and Craft Beer Club. Mike, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Thanks very much.
So please tell us about Craft Beer Attraction. This looks amazing.
So the Craft Beer Attraction, it's a beer show, an opportunity to come down and taste new beer, find stuff you've never heard of or imagined, or if you don't like beer, to find a beer that you actually like. And it's an opportunity to come down and taste, just to try a little bit, you know, as much as you want or as little as you want. It's just pay-as-you-go kind of format. We've brought in over 120 beers, more than 60, probably pushing 70 beers that have never been in Newfoundland before. So a great opportunity to find something new.
You know, Mike, we're taking the audience for a little walk and talk and a look around this place, but what's it going to be like for the people who show up here tonight to have just so much variety? Will people be overwhelmed, maybe?
Oh, quite possibly. You look at the list. I mean, when you come in, you get your program, and your program has a list of what the beers are and where and which table they're at. And it could be overwhelming, because there's a lot of stuff that has really weird names and styles you may never have heard of. But, man, it's pretty easy. Have a look. You go to the table and ask the people what it is. But there's lots to choose from, lots of new, interesting things.
You know, craft beer has really risen to the complexity that we normally associate with wine tasting. Again, like the elements, the things people have come to expect from craft beer have just gotten so much more sophisticated over the years.
Absolutely. Like this table we're walking back by right now, this is a classic Belgian brewery with some really interesting Belgian beers, sours called lambics, that are the oldest historical styles still being brewed. So there's an opportunity to try absolute classics in the world, and so many beers now in the craft beer world, this whole sour beer thing that everybody's into, that's where it comes from. So you can see, if you know about sours a little bit, have had a couple, you could try where it came from, which is really interesting.
And Mike, we're running out of time, but I got to mention as we pass by the Kitty Vitty Brewery table here that even though there are beers from all around the world, some of the beers from the fast-growing microbrewery scene in this province are also here as well. Hey?
Oh, absolutely. But Kitty Vitty, they're one of the first that was here in Newfoundland. It's great that they're still here. They're still brewing. They're getting ready to launch some new products, which is super great to have them. And also, there's new Newfoundland stuff here, which is great to see as the brewing industry is growing in Newfoundland. And now in the past year, we've seen applications for almost a dozen new breweries in the province, which is really exciting.
Indeed, I think we counted no fewer than a dozen microbreweries that now are in various stages of construction, all outside the city of St. John's, by the way, which is great to see. Mike, thanks so much for joining us here tonight, and best of luck this weekend.
Awesome, thanks very much.
And I know there are shows tonight, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, lots of chance to come down, but you might have to come early just to try all of these beers.
It's only tonight and tomorrow night are the tasting events between 7 and 10. Go to the craftbeerattraction.ca on the website, and you can get your tickets there.
Wonderful. And when the camera shuts off, maybe you take me for a little private tour.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
We'll go check out some good beer.
Got to roll. Thanks, guys. Reporting live from the Craft Beer Attraction, I'm Zach Gowdy for Here and Now.
Thank you.
Nearly 2 decades ago, he faced an uphill climb against one of life's biggest hurdles. Now, Jeff Eaton is remembering the walk that started him on his road to recovery. right, Ryan, before we get to the exciting weekend weather forecast, just want to show you some video or some photos here of something that was landed at the wharf in Bedford in recent days.
Something very big. This is one of 2 tuna caught Wednesday in Backside Bedford by Greer Hunt. We've seen him before with his large cast. There's the crew. They all work hard. Look at the 2 of them.
How long would it take to reel
Hours sometimes. I have no idea about this.
That must be a workout.
Oh, yeah.
Forget the gym. Oh, man, fantastic. Thanks for Tim for sharing those pictures, and congrats to Greer.
Okay, then.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Didn't realize that was coming. Yeah, so that they've been putting out the bait. Wow.
They've been attracting
That's
the
what
tuna.
I mean. Yeah, as they call it, chum, I believe they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the tuna. Wow, great stuff there.
Wow.
It's thrilling. If you're into that kind of thing, it is thrilling to see that huge animal come up. Others aren't so happy about it, but anyway, it is a thrill.
Definitely. Lots heading out on the water this weekend. Food fishery begins once again. The fall food fishery, of course, kicks off tomorrow, runs all week long. Going to be keeping, obviously, a closer eye on the winds for this week. Also, the temperatures were cool this morning. They'll be cool again tomorrow morning. Have a look at how cool they did get this morning. Badger, inland areas of the island dipped right to the freezing mark this morning. Deer Lake at 2. Rocky Harbour at 2.4, 3.7 degrees in Mary's Harbour. Cormac dipped down below 4 degrees as well, and Stephenville pretty close to that. Frost advisory in effect once again for Grand Falls, Windsor, Buckens, the interior, and Deer Lake in the Humber Valley. We'll be back near the freezing mark for low-lying areas here once again tomorrow morning, and a wind warning in effect for the Northern Peninsula. Winds really ramping up there through tomorrow morning. Not so much an issue early on, but certainly winds will increase through the morning and into the afternoon, and we'll talk about that in just a second. This is the weather maker that will be bringing in those winds and also some rain. Pushing in across Labrador tonight, moving in through Newfoundland through the day tomorrow, into tomorrow evening, and even some lingering showers into Sunday. There is your morning outlook, with rain approaching Cartwright by tomorrow morning, but generally it's Nain, Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and Labrador City. And yes, across most of the island where it's looking at a very quiet start. Again, inland low-lying areas will dip to 1 or 2 degrees with a risk of frost once again for central. Everybody else closer to the water with that light southwesterly wind will likely remain in that 8 to 10 degree range. Now, if you are heading out on the water, you noted those winds not that bad tomorrow morning, but as we work throughout the day through tomorrow, we're going to be seeing some gusts approaching 60, 70 kilometers per hour, particularly along the north coast of Newfoundland, the Northern Peninsula, where those wind warnings are in effect. And as we take a look along the south coast, even some gusts approaching 60 kilometers per hour there. So a much different situation for the afternoon. Now, as we roll into the overnight and in through Sunday morning, winds will be shifting to northerly. That's why we have our big temperature drop through this weekend from Saturday to Sunday, a big temp drop across the island. Winds still breezy in the morning, but becoming lighter into the afternoon. So not so much an issue for early Saturday and late Sunday, but certainly for Saturday afternoon and into Sunday morning, winds are going to be a bit of an issue, especially along that north coast of Newfoundland. In terms of your forecast, the rain will mix to snow in Nain and along that north coast tomorrow. Pretty good chance of rain, obviously early on in Labrador City, but then likely seeing some sun breaks return. Cloudy, damp from start to finish. Happy Valley, Goose Bay to Cartwright, to the Straits, to the St. Anthony region with that rain rolling in for you folks in the morning hours. Corner Brook and the west coast start dry, but certainly some showers moving in into the afternoon. Grand Falls, Windsor, Gander, it's a mid-afternoon risk. Late day chances for Terra Nova, Bonavista getting into some of those evening showers. St. John's, the Avalon, the Burin Peninsula will stay dry. But watch your timeline here for Saturday afternoon into the evening. We will get into some shower chances for Saturday evening as that cold front comes through. By Sunday morning, it's a mainly cloudy day, I think, across the island on Sunday. Bit of a ridge in here, but this little disturbance crawling in from the west is going to try and bring some shower chances back in, especially to the afternoon for the west part of the island. So talking about temperatures likely near 13 degrees in the west and along the south coast, but with those northerly winds, 11 or 12 degrees is about it for the Bonavista Peninsula down through St. John's, the northeast coast. In Labrador, pretty good chance of showers along the south. with mainly cloudy skies. Brighter day in Nain after that good chance of flurries on the go for Saturday. We'll talk about Monday's forecast and keeping an eye on Maria for next week. Those details are coming up. Debbie and Carolyn.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, a walk to remember. 18 years ago, cancer survivor Jeff Eaton vowed to hike Signal Hill as part of his recovery.
And since then, the event has grown to become a major fundraiser for Eaton's organization, Young Adult Cancer Canada.
Now, the walk takes place this Sunday, but earlier this week, Jeff Eaton joined his distant cousin, Here and Now's Jeremy Eaton, to climb the hill.
Prior to the day I found out, I was like pretty much every 22-year-old, pushing my limits anywhere I could find them, you know, invincible in my own mind. And I definitely was banking on having another 60 years or so to chase my dreams and make my impact. And it was like a body blow when I heard the word leukemia. Getting back on my feet was one of my first goals, so I worked at that every single day. And then I decided that to mark that anniversary of getting back on my feet, I wanted to do something symbolic and important to me, and that's where this climb came from. So it was a year later, September 20th, 2000, that I came here, and there was about 200 of my friends and family. It was a very informal thing at the start, just an email group that I had on the go, and just invited people to come join me if they wanted. It was awesome. I mean, the energy and the support from that community carried me up that hill that year. First couple of years was really kind of a personal thing for me, and then it grew, and we had amazing engagement from high schools and students of all ages. And then as the organization grew a little bit, certainly our focus on fundraising grew a little bit, so the climb became a bigger part of our revenue stream for the year. You know, amazing feats of strength and determination on this hill. Had survivors climb this hill literally paralyzed using a cane. Last year, my buddy Justin Frampton tackled this hill with the support of his family and friends in a really tough physical space, but he was so determined to get up there. Like, we've had such powerful stories attached to this that it's a really emotional event for a lot of us, I think, to be a part of now. You know, over the years it's evolved for sure. But really, when we start to gather at the bottom and you see people that have come out and are supporting our work, we all at YAC feel a real sense of gratitude. We can only help those young adults because other people believe in what we do. Only because of their generosity, we exist as an organization. So the climb is another opportunity for them to help, and we're grateful when they come out and do it.
Well, the climb for Young Adult Cancer Canada starts at the base of Signal Hill at 2 this Sunday afternoon.
Yes, and their goal is to raise $25,000 to help young adults living with, through, and beyond cancer.
It's a pretty cool thing when you see young kids coming forward and you know they have it, and you can't wait to see where they're going to end up and what they're going to be.
Celebrating 50 years of performance at the St. John's Arts and Culture Centre.
We're not those young kids anymore.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Here and Now. The St. John's Arts and Culture Center is celebrating 50 years this weekend with a big old birthday bash.
They're offering guided architectural tours of the building on Saturday before Sunday's open house.
Aerialists are teaming up with Lady Cove Choir Sunday for a one-of-a-kind performance.
But before all that, Weekend AM host Heather Barrett caught up with two St. John's performers who call the Arts and Culture Center their second home.
First time was in a play called The Sleeping Beauty, and it was directed by Barbara Barrett, and it was done July 20th to the 28th in Festival 78. So I was
yesterday.
I was 13, and that was great fun. But it was on the main stage, and these were back in the days when you didn't have microphones.
The first time, for me, probably just getting to get out on the lip of the stage and really experience, what that's like to be that close to your audience and that many people. Starting in the chorus and doing all these different parts has made me who I am today and made me, be a driven person and want to continue on and do music. It's being at the Arts and Culture Center has been always magical. And just the people you're surrounded with as well.
Yeah,
I mean, the people you're directed by, the people you perform with.
Exactly. I mean, I was 13, 14 years old, and I was working with Dennis Ferry, and Doug Seymour and Jeff Seymour and all these great people, and directed by Barbara Barrett. And I remember once during the Kiwanis Music Festival, I was in an art song class, and my brother Richard was the accompanist, and the song was Das Wandern. Das Wandern ist der Mulas, lass das wandern. And it's four verses in German. And my dad and my voice teacher, Gwent Lewis, are at the back of it. We're up in the second floor art gallery, right? And they're at the back, and I sing the first verse, and it's amazing. And he's very happy that he's going up to the mountains to, climb around and all that. And then Dad and Mr. Lewis were at the back there with big smiles on their faces. Then I got the first line of the second verse out. And that was about it. The rest of the second verse was German gibberish.
No.
All the third verse was German gibberish. All the fourth verse was German gibberish, except for the last line. And I looked over and I could see my dad and Gwent Lewis going, oh.
I'm always nervous. There's never a time that I've ever gone out on the stage and not been nervous, but I think it's because I really love, doing what I'm doing, and I want it to be amazing. But it has definitely gotten easier, but still wonderful and exciting and terrifying at the same time. It's just,
and that's why you do
you
it.
can't. Yeah, it's unbelievable that we enjoy doing it. I mean, why do we love that
and why
feeling?
do we put ourselves through this hell?
It's every time you're like, why am I doing this? And oh my God, am I going to be okay? And then you get out there, and it's like,
it's magic.
It's magic. It's gold when you get out there, and it goes well.
Up next, meet the Newfoundland runner who's way ahead of the pack out west. our young athlete of the day is Hannah Mercer of Paradise.
Hannah is 4 years old and loves to play soccer with the CBS Minor League.
Awesome job, Hannah. Congratulations, you're today's young athlete of the day. Debbie's barely holding it together here because I literally just scooted in about 2 seconds ago. It's a good thing my mic works all the way over there.
You're fast though. You always get there.
Yes. Okay, so weekend focus. And before we get to the weekend and back to the weekend, I do want to again update everybody on Maria, which of course has been rolling through the Caribbean, really doing a lot of damage. It is a Category 3 storm. It's rolling northward and is certainly one we have to watch for next week. The latest track continues to take it to the north through the weekend. Watch your timeline. There's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Now note how large the cone of uncertainty with the National Hurricane Center track becomes as we roll into the Tuesday, Wednesday time period. It's not moving very fast at this point. And you can see it's a very large cone. So this storm literally could be anywhere from here to here at this point, or as far north as here, again, or pretty much anywhere in this vicinity. Beyond that, even more uncertainty. There's many factors. There's a system coming in across North America. The Bermuda High is going to be playing having an influence on this, as will the remnants of Jose. And you can see the forecast model tracks are tracking it up into our neck of the woods for late next week. But a ton of factors there. The system could easily sail well to the south of the island, as many forecast models are showing, or it could certainly brush the island of Newfoundland, and we're keeping a very close eye on that, of course, for late next week would be the earliest possibility of that, and I'll keep you posted obviously over the next few days. This, in the shorter term, is the system that's going to be bringing that rain into Labrador tonight, Newfoundland through the day tomorrow, and yes, some gusty winds with that as well. As I mentioned earlier, many taking part in the food fishery, and if you are heading out on the waters, you're going to want to take note, especially up through the Northern Peninsula region, the Straits, southeastern Labrador. As this system comes in, the winds are really going to pick up in a hurry from the southwest and then the northwest, and that system will also be bringing, of course, rain with it. By the time we get to late day tomorrow, chances all the way down to Bonavista and Terra Nova. Earlier in the day, Corner Brook, central Newfoundland, up through the northwest through the northwest parts of the island, including the Northern Peninsula, where we have the wind warning in effect. Easy for me to say. Frost advisories, as I mentioned earlier, for central parts of Newfoundland. Low-lying areas will dip near the freezing mark again tomorrow morning. We are looking at temperatures tomorrow ranging from 17 to 20 in the east. Shower chances, as I mentioned, for late day, Bonavista Bay back across into central. Stephenville, Corner Brook into the mix by early afternoon. Northern Peninsula pretty much from start to finish. And again, those gusts could approach 100 kilometers per hour along the coast for you folks along the Northern Peninsula. And it's rain mixing to snow for Nain tomorrow, but a nice day for Sunday along that north coast of Labrador. We're watching this disturbance to move in for Sunday. It's afternoon shower chances for the west coast and the south coast, looking at 10 to 12 degrees for the northeast, with that northerly wind keeping things cool. Pretty good chance of showers in southern Labrador. That system takes its time into Monday morning, lingering shower chances, especially for the east, but I think some sunshine breaking through across the island into the afternoon as that low shifts off to the south. Nice day on Monday in Labrador, though very fall-like for, of course, September the 25th. There's your forecast for the next 7. Tuesday, Wednesday looking good. Thursday, Friday, certainly some uncertain weather there. I think a disturbance tracking through either way with some rain. That is not tied to Maria, that forecast. I think we see rain either way late next week, but certainly Maria in the mix.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, a runner from this province is having a remarkable running season for Simon Fraser University in British Columbia. Julia Howley has finished first and third in the opening races of the season. Here now's Jeremy Eaton sat down with the fourth-year business student to chat about running.
So I started track back in grade 10, kind of recreationally, and then at the end of grade 10 I got to go to Legion Youth Nationals, which was a great opportunity, and it really opened my eyes to what's possible in the running world. I was not competitive there at all, but it made me realize like what it's going to take, and it kind of ignited the fire inside that made me want to get better. St. John's and Newfoundland actually have a pretty long history with Simon Fraser at this point. I believe I'm the 4th runner from this province to end up out west. So we're actually the only international school that competes in the NCAA. We compete in Div 2. It's against all the Americans. So we go down pretty much every weekend down to Seattle, Oregon, California. And we get to compete against the best of the best, so it's great. Yeah, so it's awesome. One of the things that I was really interested in when I decided I wanted to go away for school was just the travel opportunities and just getting to go to all these places that I've never been and probably wouldn't get the opportunity to go to. It's been fantastic, and racing against the best possible competition is just like icing on the cake. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm definitely not going to close any doors. I'm going to see where I am with running when I'm done in the NCAA. But as of right now, I have no intentions of stopping just because I'm done college. I think that as a middle distance runner, I definitely have a lot more that I can work on and improve, and you don't really peak until your late 20s. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay until then, but I'd like to see how far I can go.
Well, turning now to national and international news, Toronto police have charged a 50-year-old babysitter with criminal negligence causing death. That's in connection with a 4-year-old boy who died after being found alone in a sweltering hot car.
Somebody tell a resident, and they say go check, and they break out the window and they open, and that's it.
The car was found in a parking lot near a condo tower yesterday, but it's not clear how long the child was left inside. He was found unconscious and later died in hospital. Environment Canada says the temperature around the time the child was found was about 26 degrees with a humidex of 31. The babysitter was granted bail today. The next court date is set for next month. Rescuers in Mexico are tirelessly working around the clock as they continue their search for survivors. 2 people were pulled from this site in Mexico City late last night, but as time ticks away, hope fades for others still missing after Tuesday's earthquake. More than 280 people are confirmed dead, more than half of which are in the Mexican capital. Thousands of buildings are damaged, some of which it's feared are on the verge of crumbling completely.
Well, as Ryan told us moments ago, Hurricane Maria is still churning, and today's target is Turks and Caicos. People left in the storm's wake are wiped out, and there are fears that more bad news will be revealed in time.
Everything gone. Gone, gone, gone. They're still digging. Well, they know they're dead, but they're still digging to try to get them out. In my village.
This is Dominica, where there are concerns about what and who will be found in the ruins. Entire villages are destroyed. There's still no direct communication from the island because of all the damage. And in Puerto Rico, 3 million people are struggling for basic necessities. Their homes are crushed. There's no water and no power across the entire island. Officials say it could be up to 6 months before electricity is fully restored.
Not all of us are amateur mechanics, so if you take your car into a dealership for service, how do you know what they recommend is really what's needed? That's what our colleagues at Marketplace set out to find out. Here's David Common.
Margins on car sales have become so slim that many dealerships now make more money on service and repairs than on new and used car sales combined.
You booked in for a peace of mind inspection, check your brakes.
What you may not know is that service advisors don't have to be mechanics, and the more they sell you, the more they can often make. Lucas Lung learned it firsthand in his years as a service advisor.
I would say 90% of these dealerships do work by commission. When you're a service advisor, you are a salesperson. This is how you make your living, right? So you have to upsell them.
Marketplace heard many complaints from across the country, so we ran a series of tests. An expert
Hi, nice to meet you.
pre-inspected this woman's car, then we asked a dealership for their diagnosis. It came by phone, get the brakes done.
So what he was suggesting is to replace the rear brake drums and the brake shoes. With parts and labor, it'd be about $621 plus tax.
Wow, is that something that I can think about?
But our expert rejected that.
When I had the drums off, everything looked perfectly normal for that age of brake.
Repair shops cannot offer services that aren't needed.
Harry Malley is with Ontario's government watchdog.
They can't mislead you if it's a service that's not needed. They can't be like, this is needed to fix your car.
What is the range of your power to penalize?
If someone is found guilty, the penalty can range from a fine to jail time potentially.
Every year, provincial governments get complaints from consumers about unfair practices at repair garages, but the allegations are hard to prove. Best advice? Look at your owner's manual. See what it suggests for service. David Common, CBC News, Toronto.
You are looking at your viewer picture of the day, and hopefully I didn't give you too many clues there for the last couple of nights. This one, it's about a 30-minute drive from the Deer Lake Airport, population of 241 people. Any guesses? The answer after the break.
Welcome back once again. So here's something you've heard before. So why did the chicken cross the road? People in Shediac, New Brunswick say the chicken has spent weeks crossing the road. Why? To get to the local Tim's.
Nice plump brown chicken, and it clucks and it scratches and it pecks. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can say about the chicken, although it's getting pretty good at walking across the street.
The free-ranging fowl apparently belongs to a family who lives across the road. Backyard chickens aren't allowed in the city. City officials have tried and failed to catch it. Maybe they should double their efforts. Oh my.
It's a lucky chicken. And before we go tonight, we have an update for you that has plenty of cat appeal. Last night we told you about the dozens of cats and kittens at the Animal Adoption Center in St. John's who desperately need a home. As an incentive, the center is offering 50% off adoption fees this month. Well, an anonymous donor walked in with a check for $3,000, which is enough to sponsor 50 cat adoptions. So, in other words, the first 50 cats available are free of charge. Center officials tell us that the man just wanted to see the animals go to a good home. Isn't that lovely?
That's a great story.
Very nice.
See what else is great tonight.
Yeah, let's
Have a look. Happy 91st birthday to Zena Windsor of Gambo. Wishing Howard and Lorna Shepherd in Lark Harbor a happy 55th anniversary tomorrow. Happy birthday to Rita Perry in Lewisport, who celebrated her 92nd birthday this week. Happy 60th anniversary Douglas and Virtue Perrell. Happy 65th wedding anniversary to Tom and Shirley Reed of Shoal Harbor.
Happy 50th wedding anniversary tomorrow to Donald and Marcella Payne of Butlerville, Conception Bay. Best wishes to Florence Saunders, who celebrated her 95th birthday this week. Happy 91st birthday to Jessie Payne of Cowhead, now in Deer Lake. Happy anniversary to Art and Una Avery of Weybridge, Random Island, who celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary on Wednesday. And birthday greetings to Ruby Loader from North Harbor, Placentia Bay, now in Clarenville, who was 90 years old this week.
It was a golden anniversary for Alice and Harold Humby of Somerville, Bonavista Bay on Tuesday. Happy 60th anniversary yesterday to Alice and Cyril Mallard of St. John's. Happy 65th wedding anniversary to Walter and Geraldine Walsh of Holyrood, who celebrated yesterday. Happy 55th anniversary wishes to Bill and Geneva Galliot, who were celebrating yesterday. They live in Woody Point. Teresa Keats of St. Paul's River, Quebec, turned 96 years old this week.
Happy 98th birthday to Sue James in St. John's. Her special day was on Wednesday. Happy 91st birthday today to Everett Blake from Rayleigh, now living in St. Anthony. Congratulations to Willie and Evelyn Ings of Fairbanks, who were married 50 years ago on the 20th of September. Happy 90th birthday this Sunday to Muriel Moulton of Winterland on the Burin Peninsula. Happy anniversary to Clifford and Nina Wellen of Gander, who are celebrating their 55th wedding anniversary today.
It's a golden anniversary today for Judy and Hayward Pike of Charleston, Bonavista Bay. Happy 97th birthday greetings to Olive Barnes from Frenchman's Cove. Happy 59th anniversary to Jean and Harrison Shepherd of Charlottetown, coming up on the 25th. Congratulations to Sydney and Albertha Morris of Robinsons, who will celebrate their 64th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Velma and Graham Burden of St. Lunaire celebrated their 60th anniversary this week.
Happy 60th anniversary yesterday to Donald and Margaret Taylor of Corner Brook. Happy anniversary to Levi and Tamsy Normore of Lancelot, Labrador, who are celebrating 58 years of marriage on Wednesday. Happy birthday today to Alice King in Grand Falls, Windsor, who is 92 years old. Happy 95th birthday to Leo Delaney of Stephenville. Happy birthday to Phyllis Hicks of Bonavista, who is 92 years old.
Also celebrating her 92nd birthday this week, Eileen Brown, formerly from Joe Bat's Arm in Clarenville, now in Paradise. Alan Freeman of Gander via Twillingate and Terra Nova is celebrating his 96th birthday today. Happy 59th anniversary to Ray and Marjorie Payne from Rocky Harbor.
Happy birthday to Sadie Quinlan from Birchie Bay, who will celebrate her 91st birthday tomorrow. Norman and Mary Ryan of Southern Harbor will celebrate their golden anniversary on Sunday. They were married 50 years ago in Rashun. Happy 50th wedding anniversary to Marilyn and Syme Whalen of Capeland Cove, Trinity Bay, celebrating today. And happy 60th anniversary tomorrow to Andy and Mary Churchill of St. John's.
Before the break, we asked you to guess where our viewer picture of the day was from, and it is from beautiful Howley. And what a beautiful shot it is.
Oh, I want to be there.
Yeah, me too.
It'll look a lot like this tomorrow morning as well.
They must have had a great summer out on that little deck of theirs. Wow, thanks, Lisa. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you back here Monday.
Good night.
Good night.